boss.
Hmm.
You ain't paid me yet.
Don't worry. Everything that's owed you is coming.
Welcome to Rhythm and Roads. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have very special guests with us. We have director, producer Aaron Alexander, and writer Nick Heeb of Rivals, which when I saw that film, heck yeah, what an incredible film. Saw it at the Las
Thanks.
Cruces International Film Festival, and it was a great experience. So welcome, guys, to Rhythm and Roads.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Oh yeah, man. Such a pleasure of your time to come on and share your story. But yes, thank you again. You did an incredible job. Just the movie, I love Westerns, and this one just really had beautiful cinematography. The directing was well done, the story well written. Just huge fan. I even love the poster. The poster just like, I even told Aaron, I was like, dude, like the marketing on this is just great. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
It's
that.
it's it's really good. Is the I have to agree on that with the marketing side of things. That just shows from start to finish just how serious Aaron and his crew are, and the job that they do. It's really fantastic.
yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it says a lot.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, let's get into your story, guys, on before we get into rivals. So for Nick being on the far left on my screen, let's get into your story of how did you get inspired to be a writer for film? Um, yeah, if you want to go.
Yeah. Well, I went to grad school actually for creative writing, and it was for fiction. So I started out in short stories and novels.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and You know, I had to kind of move around the country a little bit for school and for other things. And when I ended up back in New Mexico, Aaron and I kind of met up. And at that time, I was interested in writing for the screen, but I mean, I had no idea how to do it. I knew nothing really about it beyond the basic format and how to tell a story, and that was it. But as far as like getting something to the screen had no idea. It seemed like both an easy thing, but also an impossible thing. And so when Aaron and I met, at that point, I had a feature or two that I had written, but also, interested in shooting shorts. And then, once Aaron and I finally started to collaborate, it became clear we needed to start with shorts and then, get your name out there, get into film festivals, get established, and, build up some capital, really.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's how I kind of, got into it, is just like it was kind of a natural progression because, writing fiction, it takes a hell of a lot out of you. And there's so much going into writing a novel, writing a book. And once you kind of see the structure of film and the way you can write a screenplay in a week if you've got the time, that kind of appeals to you. So it's something you can do while you're working on a big project like a book, you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
So that's how it came to be. I feel like it was a natural progression because it's just I've always been a big fan of language and dialogue.
Oh, wow.
So, it's a natural fit for me.
Oh, well, thank you, Nick, for sharing that. Interesting. Have you done any other work prior to Rivals?
Well, Aaron and I shot a short called Perfect Vision
Okay.
around 2022. Other than that, it was all the only stuff I've done is on the fiction side, so short stories and books.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's fine. I love books and I always love to read nonfiction books, but just some fiction does captivate you just when you get into the story and you're just like, oh, it's just pretty much like watching a movie. So,
Yeah, if you can find something that's going to pull you in like that and make you
yeah,
really part of the world, that's something really special and something to hang on to.
I totally agree. Yeah. Thank you, Nick, for sharing that. All right, Aaron, welcome to your spot.
Thank you.
So what's your story?
My story is I've been dabbling with filmmaking since I was a child, but not in a professional sense. Just, like having fun and such, like with camcorders
Mhm.
and like I've always been infatuated with that, like making stop motion movies, everything. But it wasn't anything that I thought of like, oh, this is going to be my career someday. It was more of you know, I like doing this. It's fun.
Yeah.
Um, and then I would say I started out as acting maybe 15 years ago,
Oh wow.
maybe a little longer, 18 years ago, as an actor. And so I did some acting bits for a while, and I just got this idea in my head for a movie, which we ended up shooting, called Opal,
Oh,
and it was over a decade ago that we shot that, and it starred Luce, who is also the star in Rivals, and when I did that, I got hooked on the other side of the camera, and I even told my agent, I'm like, I need to take a break from acting because I want to focus on this. And she said, well, whenever you're ready to come back, just let us know. And I haven't been back. Um, I've had other people ask me too if I still wanted to act too, but right now I just want to focus on filmmaking. And I mean, that's what brought me here. And since I was already a filmmaker, making films. Um, that's how I met Nick,
yeah.
is through a mutual friend of ours. Had said, "Hey, I know this guy who wants to make a movie, and are you willing to help?" So I said, "I'll meet up with him and see what this is about." And this was pre-Rivals. This is Perfect Vision.
Okay.
Um, so we met up. I thought he was a cool dude. I really liked his writing, and so I was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. And so we did. Minimal crew for Perfect Vision. We had maybe 5 people total, I
Really?
think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so just wanted to see what it would turn into, and it did very well. So
Awesome.
we went on from there.
Very interesting from, thank you again for sharing your story, but yeah, very interesting from acting. You get into, hey, I want to start directing and being behind the camera and just to see your work on Rivals is like, oh,
Yeah,
good. Like, what's your next one? You
yeah,
know,
we're working on some other things right
I
now.
bet you
So
are. I'm
yeah,
looking forward to it.
we have some irons in the fire, that's for sure.
There you go. Yeah. And it just, yeah, your crew and everything, everyone that's been on, especially for Rivals, I was just like looking at the credits. I was just like, wow, like incredible job, because I'm huge on cinematography and just how everything was shot. I mean, it was just great. So,
Thanks. I actually feel really blessed for the crew, having the crew that we have. They're experts all around. And so, I mean, they make me look good. And so if they make me look good,
you
I'm
want
in
to,
love with them. And so, yeah, I'm ready to work with them again.
awesome. Nick, did you want to go ahead and share what Rivals is about? Or,
Yeah, well, yeah, it's it's loosely based on a true story um of a so I kind of messed with the time of it, but Western South Dakota is where I grew up, and in Western South Dakota, they didn't even have barbed wire over there until around 1910,
oh,
and so
wow.
there wasn't much for population. It was mostly just open range over there. As far as people go, there wasn't much, but there was a rancher at the time who would hire on people coming through just looking for day labor and he would hire them on and hold them on for a couple of weeks, and then when it came time to pay them, he'd just kill them and throw them in a draw somewhere. And that's a story I grew up with, and in fact, it happened like about 20 miles from where I grew up. Like where all this was going on,
Oh,
and yeah, and so there was sort of this fascination, obviously I had of this kind of story, this idea, and I'm very connected to the land and everything, and kind of that line of work, and so it just kind of was something I've always been interested in. And I actually wrote, so it actually started out as a short story that I wrote in grad school.
oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it got published in a journal. And when that happened, I was like, well, I mean, there's obviously some interest in like that sort of idea, that sort of story, right?
Mm.
And so I that was one of the feature films that I had written before I met Aaron. And so we actually did a table read of it just for fun, the feature, and Aaron really liked it. But again, we had, budget constraints initially. So it was
Oh,
like, well, do you think that, you could turn this into a short? So Then one day, I was up at Aaron's Minefield Festival, which he
Oh yeah.
holds every late August. And he and I went out for breakfast, and we were talking about, well, shit, I'm bored and I need something to do. And Aaron was in the same position. He said, well, let's get Rivals shot. And I said, well, yeah, of course. So I went home right away, that weekend and started working on it. And I don't know, what do you think, Aaron? Probably like three revisions, 4 revisions is all it really took because the story was already pretty
Yeah,
solid.
because the
So
story was already
it didn't
pretty.
take very long.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah, it was really quick that we had
yeah,
something ready to go.
yeah. And then Aaron uses, I ask Aaron, I don't question Aaron's approach, his strategy. I don't want to know what the magic is behind it. I don't ever want to know, but within a week or sorry, a month and a half, we were actually shooting it. So from
That quick. Oh wow.
conception, yeah. From conception, well, I mean, not from conception, but you know what I mean, from writing it as a short.
Yeah.
So going home, having 90 pages to condense down into 15,
Whoa.
from there to the final product, or as far as wrapping shooting,
Yeah.
it was a month and a half. And so, like I said, anytime I'm working with Aaron, I never question what he's up to or how he's getting stuff done. It's the fact that he gets stuff done.
That's
And
awesome.
I just leave it at that. I don't want to know. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, right. Aaron, thank you, Nick, for sharing that. Aaron, you want to share your part of just how it all started of the journey
The journey with
I'm sorry, of directing Rivals of the
oh
production.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so just like as Nick said, it was the film festival. I was bored. He was bored. We needed to get something going, and so we were like, yeah, let's just shoot Rivals. And the information that Nick doesn't even want to know about. I mean, I had to, do a budget, get the
I'm not gonna listen. Not gonna listen. Go ahead.
I'm
so I
not
mean,
gonna-
had to get everything together. We have to get a crew together. We have to get the financing. We have to, uh, you know, put everything together. And we were actually about a month from when we put the short script together. We were ready, but we had just a couple more weeks left to, as far as what was scheduled. I just wanted to give a little bit of leeway just in case. And the funny thing is, I just want to say a little bit of something is I thought it was going to be like nice weather. It was November, November 11th, I think, or 10th that we shot it.
Okay.
And it was nice weather, like all up until day one. Day one
What?
of shooting Rivals
Dude.
um, was our first snow
Oh
of the
wow.
season. And it came down hard. It was freezing. It
It's
was
cold. It was
it
really
was so
cold.
cold. So it
Not
dropped
just
from
New
like,
Mexico cold. That was legitimately cold.
yeah, it was
Legitimately cold.
South Dakota cold.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Um,
bad.
so I mean it just poured down. We had to like shift gears real quick because
Oh,
of the different scenes. Most of the scenes are outdoors,
right, right.
as you've seen when watching it. So we just had to shift gears, but like everything came out perfectly. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I mean, at first it was scary, but then once we saw how it would play out in story, it made it seem like seasons were passing. So we had basically spring, summer, winter, fall. I mean, we had all the seasons in one little short that took us 3 days to shoot, all because weather decided to be in our favor, even
Wow.
though at first I didn't think it was in our favor.
All right, because of that weather. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Happy
we
accidents.
froze.
And Aaron, I don't know, can we talk about the timing as far as the strike? Do you remember the strike was going on at the time?
Oh
Is that
yeah.
something we can mention? So there's also this is Aaron could tell you it, but like when you talk about timing and how certain things work out, it's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. I think it was the WGA strike. I'm pretty sure it was what was going on at the time. I don't think it was SAG. I think it was WGA. But so a lot of crew were out of work. I mean, that's what helped me out is that a lot of the union crew was out of work and I wanted to help them and provide some sort of income for them while they were out of work. And so they were available to me. Day one of Rival Shoot, the strike ended. But I
Yep.
mean, we're already there shooting. So I was like, yeah, right. But I mean, I was happy that the strike ended. I was just the timing was kind of weird, where day one of the rival shoot is when the strike ended.
That's interesting.
Like
Yeah.
it was meant to happen that way.
It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
It
it
is
was wild.
crazy. Wow, interesting. And so where was this film Rival shot at?
It was shot in Moriarty, New Mexico. Do you know where that's at?
No, is that
It's
near Santa Fe, Albuquerque?
it's a little east of Albuquerque.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, so we shot it at a ranch. I can't disclose the owner,
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
but we shot it at a ranch, and it was actually, it had everything that we needed, which was perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No company moves,
And
or maybe a
the
tiny one.
right. The actors, how did you were able to find the right actors to play these parts?
Well, I put out some feelers for actors to submit auditions,
Mhm.
not live auditions, I'm sorry, to send me their auditions. And as I was going through them, next thing you know, I get a text from Luce Rains, which played the rancher, and he said, "I'm your man." And I said, "All right, well, I mean, I need to show the others to just to make sure. Like, I believe in Luce. I mean, I've been working with Luce for years, and he's an incredible actor. But I still have to do it the right way. And I knew he would kill it.
Yeah.
And he sent us his audition, and of course, he killed it. And so that's how we chose him. He is the one who actually recommended. He and his wife actually recommended the person who played the stranger. His name is Aaron Shiver, and Aaron was also an incredible actor on Rivals. What was the name of the show that he was on? Man, I can't
Oh,
remember.
he was on Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah,
Is
Boardwalk
that the one?
Empire. I
Yeah.
mean, he
Oh,
did
yeah.
incredible on Boardwalk Empire. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I knew that he would kill it too, also with Rivals.
Awesome.
Um, and the other actors, Gene Hunt, who played the banker in the beginning,
Hmm.
he's been a great friend of mine for over a decade too. And I knew that he would, I just knew immediately that he would be great at playing the banker. And so that's how we got him on. My friend Sam Quinn, who was the drifter at the very end, also an incredible actor that he teaches acting.
Oh, he does.
And
Okay.
yeah, and so he was the guy at the very end. I mean, everybody was solid.
Wow.
All the actors were solid. So again, blessed.
Awesome. And if anyone wants to share this, how long was the whole production from start to finish? Was it about 6 months, a year, less than that? I mean,
That was actually really quick. As Nick had mentioned earlier, it was like a month and a half from the conception of the short to actually the production. So it was a month and a half from there, and I think it was only a month, maybe a month and a half after that, that we had the final product and ready to submit to festivals. It would have been shorter, but our editor had some other things that he had to do first. I mean, so he was quick and he's
okay.
brilliant at what he does. And so, I mean, it was just, everything was just boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
So I would say maybe 3 months total, maybe a little
That's still
less.
good
Yeah.
for a film
It's
like
really
that.
good.
3 months, like
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
It's setting a dangerous precedent for sure when, for especially for a writer, it's like if I can give him something and then he does it in 3 months, then that sets a dangerous precedent because then I'm gonna want to keep going.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good. And so let's talk about your next project that's in the works. If you guys are open to sharing about that.
Two projects.
We
Two.
have,
Oh, sorry. Okay, two.
Is
Yes.
that all right, Aaron? Is that all
well,
right?
yeah, as far as Nick and I are concerned, we have two projects that are in the works, which are these are working titles.
Hmm.
So Interior County is one, or Battle River, and the other one is Nick, help me.
The Motor Lodge.
The Motor Lodge, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
working title as well, or
Working
maybe I don't
title.
think. I think
Yeah.
Motor Lodge is good.
We'll see. Yeah.
Um, but
Motor Lodge,
those
right?
Motor Lodge, yep. So I mean, there's features actually for both, but we're thinking of shooting proofs of concept for each of them, and I mean they're very different from each other, which
Okay.
I love, but they still have that same, drama to it that I love.
Nice.
Uh, there's a certain type of drama that I like, and it's sprinkled all over those scripts. So I mean, I'm excited to shoot those. We're developing right now. So
Very cool. And
so
where do
it's
you
a
plan on
very
shooting these films at? What area? Like New
when
Mexico? No, or what area?
oh where New Mexico for both of them.
Okay.
We have talked about shooting Motor Lodge near Las Cruces. I think Truth or Consequences, is that right,
Cool.
Nick?
Yeah, right in that area, in that
Yeah,
area.
right in that area.
Nice.
And for Bad River, uh, we're still gonna need to find some locations for that.
All right.
I'm thinking it could be shot somewhere near Albuquerque, Bad River.
Very cool.
Not in Albuquerque, but near.
Yeah. And so you plan on doing this back to back, or which one's the first one you're going to start with?
Whichever we get some funding for first.
Whatever works first on the
Because
funding.
this is all like Nick and I within the last week, I think, or 2 weeks that we decided to do this. Was it Nick?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and so it's like very much in its infancy. And so we're getting everything together, revisions on the scripts, and after that, then we start finding our talent. We already have a crew, but we've got to start finding the talent and money. And that's the thing. That's the hardest part of the whole thing is finding money. And
And Aaron's right, and he operates on that side of things, the money thing. But it certainly seems that I don't know, Aaron. I mean, it's fair to say that you and I we seem to find the money
yeah,
eventually, and
yeah,
we're
eventually.
really we're really lucky that way. I'm extremely lucky because somebody wants to give us X amount of dollars to put my hallucinations up on a screen. Like that's where else you can find something like that? That's incredible. So yeah.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for sharing, guys. Look forward to seeing the next project. And who knows, maybe I can even help out on one of them.
yeah.
I mean, I always would love to be on the sets and just be whatever I can do just to be of help.
No,
I do
thank
want
you.
to, sorry.
I said thank you.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no problem. Real quick on Rivals, the film festivals that you have Rivals in, if you want to share about that, like if there's been any awards or just kind of where it's been shown at.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty picky submitting rivals. Like we only submitted to Academy Award festivals at first.
Oh, okay,
And yeah, I mean, we got into Hollywood Shorts or LA Shorts, I'm sorry, LA Shorts, which
okay.
is an Academy festival. That was our very first one. So it was like, boom, very first thing that we submitted to, we got in. I was like, well, that's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
But being that we're a needle in the haystack with all the other Academy festivals, it's been pretty dry there as far as that's concerned. But then we went on to great festivals submissions that aren't Academy, and we've been getting into those. For example, the one that we were in recently where I met you was Las Cruces International Film Festival.
Right.
Uh, so I mean, and we had like a lot of people approaching us, asking questions about it. I mean, we had very good reception on that, and so I was grateful for that. So, I mean, we've had like Santa Fe Film Festival, um, just came back from Gallup Film Festival uh, 2 weeks ago, I think.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've been having fun on the festival circuit.
Oh yeah. I can imagine. And any future of having this in like the LA area? Any films of this Rivals being out there for a film
Um, Maybe. I mean, I think if we submit to some more LA film festivals, uh, we could probably get in.
or El Paso Film Fest?
Hopefully, hopefully. I was going to mention too that Loose Reigns won Best Actor at Santa Fe Film Festival. Got
Oh,
a nice
wow,
little
that's awesome.
Nambe Bowl.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Not surprising, right? Not surprising.
Right.
With
Cliche.
Luce's ability for sure.
Yeah. No, yeah, congrats. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but I think we'll submit to some more film festivals.
very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the thing too, is like for Aaron and I is to continue to make films and make quality films and build that up. I mean, if you look at not anybody's, if you look at a lot of certainly independent directors, that's where their start is, right? It's obviously short
That's
films
right.
and usually multiple short films.
Right.
And what Aaron and I've got going right now is a really good thing, and I feel extremely grateful for it. But I have no trouble believing within, the next probably year to year and a half, we're gonna have two more short films out there. And so that'll be four films in what, Aaron, 3 years, 4 years? Four films in four
Good.
shorts in 4 years, right?
It's really good.
And I mean, there's no question that's the ultimate goal. Aaron and I are have a really good working relationship, and our ultimate goal obviously is to get these shorts made into feature films, and I don't have any question that's going to happen. It's just a matter of finding kind of the right finding that right moment,
Yeah.
and then additionally, it's just a matter of sticking with it, and again continuing to produce quality films, and with the crew that Aaron has assembled as you saw, that's not going to be a problem at all.
I totally agree. Thank you, Nick, for sharing that. Yeah. And I
I
do look
wanted to
forward to
mention,
seeing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just wanted to mention something, and that's that Rivals wasn't initially going to be part of any film festivals. We
Oh,
shot it as a proof of concept only, like to show to our manager and, to what we have realized. Nick and I have a manager in Los Angeles, and we have realized that a lot of producers nowadays, or production companies that we would collaborate with, don't really like to read scripts anymore.
really?
They want to see something. And so that was our main purpose for doing these proofs of concept, is so that they don't have to read a script. They could just see something that's the short concept for the feature that we do have, to know basically what the story is going towards, the mood, the tone, everything. And so that's our main purpose. Isn't necessarily for film festivals. We just decided to throw Rivals into film festivals. So our main purpose is for that calling card to show what we have.
Interesting. I didn't even know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that producers just rather not um watch. I mean, I'm sorry, read, but rather see like concept, like you said.
A lot of them. It's
Yeah,
changing a little bit.
yeah, it's a lot easier to be on your phone while watching something, right? And they, you know
Very
how it's going to
true.
be. They're always going to, so you got to do something that's, eye-catching and I mean something that we care about, because Aaron's not going to do a project, a project of mine that he doesn't give a shit about, and I'm obviously not going to pursue anything that I don't feel fully invested in, you know.
No, I totally agree.
And hopefully that shows up on screen, once when that happens.
Yeah. Before we close on this episode, I just want to thank you guys again for your time sharing the journey of your own stories as well as Rivals. Anything you want to say to the filmmakers that are going to school to pursue this in the industry? Just advice on anything you'd like to share?
Sure. This is cliche, but don't stop what you're doing. I mean, that's the thing, is a lot of people tend to start doing films, start creating films, creating this magic, and they get like, after a while, they're like, okay, nothing's happening with this, and people tend to quit. But the truth behind it is, you keep going, and eventually you will catch, your momentum.
Mm.
And so, I mean, that sounds very cliche, but
No,
don't stop.
it's very true.
Nick?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and I would say that the big thing, like Aaron says, stick with it. But the thing is too, is it weeds the people out on its own. Like there's gonna be a lot of people who get discouraged. There's gonna be a lot of people who are only half-assed into it, They like the idea of writing a movie or filming a movie, but like there's a lot of work that goes into it.
there it
And
is.
and a
Yeah,
shitload of time is sitting in front
right.
of your computer screen by yourself without anybody patting you on the back saying good job.
Very
And
true.
then
Oh,
the other thing is I tell everybody, about everything, really, no matter what your medium is read everything, watch everything. Don't be closed off to anything, even those stupid uh superhero films. Watch the stupid superhero films. You might pick up something in them, you know? But yeah, read everything, watch everything, because you just never know where you're going to catch inspiration. You never know where you're going to find something that's going to say, oh shit, I never knew you could do that in a film. I never knew you could do that in a book, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. I think a lot of people like to stay in their comfort zone. Um, get outside of it. Read everything, watch everything.
And Mosa, Nick,
Thanks.
and Aaron, thank you so much for sharing as well. And that's one
Thank
thing
you.
about Rhythm and Roads is, the slogan "Live the impossible," right? And when I say that, it's because it's like do something that's going to scare you so you can get out of that comfort zone, like you just mentioned, Nick. But because if you don't do that, then you're always going to be just in that same spot, and you're always like feeling like I feel dead in here because I'm not doing something. But once you come out of that and you go on the other side and you experience something that shakes you up, that wakes you up, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know I could do that. And the next
So
thing you know,
true.
you're building that confidence, and then now you're on to something else, and you're going to see yourself grow into a person that you've always wanted to be, but you're not there because you didn't live the impossible. You didn't take that chance, you know?
Yeah,
So
for
I'm all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's what you're doing with this podcast. And I told you before we started recording, I appreciate the work that you do. It's
Oh,
awesome. I
thank
mean,
you, Nick.
that's the thing. It's just get out there and do stuff that's and show that people are out there, even in the smaller communities like Las Cruces, El Paso, people are out there getting stuff done, and we appreciate you kind of shining the light on that.
Oh, well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Yeah, when I started with the Rhythm and Roads, I had no clue that really what I was doing. I just like I'm a musician, so I was playing in punk rock bands. Well, I was in a punk rock band, but I just was always kept I was enjoying the stories from these bands I would meet playing at venues, meeting other musicians, and that's where the idea came from. I was like, you know what? I should start my own podcast and invite the people I already know just to come on and share their story behind their bands. And then from there, like I just mentioned, once you come out of that comfort zone you're in, which I was stuck of just not doing anything, and then you invited people to come and share the story, you're like, whoa, that's so cool. Like I just got inspired by what they shared. And then next thing you know, I'm sending emails out and hey, I'll come on. I'm like, whoa, shoot. Like, and then next thing you know, there's film directors and actors, and it's just that's how it works, guys. It's just you don't know
yeah,
until you try, right?
No,
So
that's
that's
great.
true.
awesome. Oh, it's been such a pleasure, guys, to have you on. I mean, it means a lot. I'm huge fans of your work, especially like Aaron. When we met, you already knew my vibe, bro. I was already like, bro, can you just sign a paper, autograph something, let's get a photo with you, bro? Like that movie was such great, dude. It's an incredible job. I'm a huge Western fan of movies like that, Clint Eastwood and
Yeah,
especially Young Guns. I'm a huge fan of Young Guns, so just this aspect was very just I loved it. It was great.
Thank
I
Um,
you.
appreciate you.
yeah, you guys want to just share real quick the media where we can find you on social media?
I got nothing. It's all Aaron. What do you got, Aaron?
Yeah, Nick is an anti-social.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
I have like most of my social media is the underscore the as in THE
Okay.
underscore Aaron AARON underscore Alexander ALEXANDER. So yeah, all my socials are that except for Facebook. Facebook, you just search for Aaron Alexander.
Okay.
I think my Facebook thing is Aaron is on fire, and you can
Aaron
find
is
me that way.
fine. Okay. And one thing about Aaron too is that he has his own film festival in Albuquerque.
Mhm.
You want to share real quick on that?
Yeah, that's Minefield Film Festival, and we screen shorts and features at the end, as well as music videos and such, at the end of August of every year. So the last weekend in August of every year. And you could find Minefield Film Festival at minefieldff.com or Film Freeway. You can search up Minefield Film Festival Albuquerque.
Mhm. Awesome. And then for those filmmakers out there that want to submit their film,
Yeah.
just go on the website that you mentioned.
Yeah, either on the website they could find a link to Film Freeway, or if they want to submit their film, they could go directly to Film Freeway and search for Minefield Film Festival. That's Mindfield Film Festival Albuquerque.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Aaron. And
Thank you.
actually look forward to going to the festival because I know my brother and I submitted our film. So
Oh yeah,
yeah, I look forward to going up there and hopefully I'll do some interviews as well. Like
that'd be great.
that'd be cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys, for your time. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. If you know anyone else that'd like to come on Rhythm and Roads, feel free to send them my way.
Perfect.
Anyone else that worked on Rivals or anyone prior that you know that are filmmakers,
Yeah,
production crew, everyone has a story. Every story matters. And so, yes, I would love to have them on.
Thank you
perfect.
very
Thank you
much.
for having us.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. And we will catch you on the next episode. Thank you for watching.